Necroxix. Welcome to Control. So this is made by Remedy. They're the guys that made Max Payne, Alan Wake, Quantum Break, and supposedly this game's got some kind of ties to Alan Wake's universe, at the very least, if not the others. I don't know the details. It's a 9-year-old game, Alan Wake, so I don't really remember anything in it other than running around with the flashlights. So this is a combat-based game, which means I have to actually utilize some of my professional gaming skills. When I looked it up, this feels as if they took BioShock and like the SCP Foundation stuff, put them in a cage and forced them to mate and produce an offspring. I don't know if that's what it actually is, but it looks interesting. I've heard good things. I've heard two not so good things commonly with this game that have me worried. One is the map system is supposed to be garbage, and you guys know me. Without a GPS, I can't even figure out how to get out of a paper bag, so I'm worried about that. The other point is the saving system has supposedly checkpoints with elevators, but otherwise it has like save point areas that act as the checkpoints. Think bonfires in like the Dark Souls series. I don't know how well that'll work out. I heard it gets bad. Difficulty-wise, it's supposed to range from easy to hard, and the game may throw missions at you that you're not going to be ready to do yet, so it'll just be too hard and things like that. I want to make one comment. Check this out. The audio options actually has an option to mute copyrighted music. That means they want people to let's play this, and they don't want us getting demonetized or otherwise, hitting the content ID trap. I have nothing more to say right now about it, so let's go ahead and start a new game and see what happens. It's supposed to be about a 15-hour game. I don't know how far I'll get today, but we'll see. You've beaten this game. Cool, then you'll be useful to me, perhaps.
Warning.
Hey, Zelphus.
This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped.
I am Necroxix. This is gonna be weirder than usual.
You called me. So here I am.
You called me stupid. That's why I killed you.
I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you.
I'm never glad to hear from you.
It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing.
See, that's what happens when you have dreams.
Nothing.
You have to go in, no expectation. Expect the worst.
It's like...
Be a pessimist.
We live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world.
No, we don't.
The room and the poster.
I don't do that, do you? Do you guys?
The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person.
Usually it's a band poster.
Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different. For each of us, it can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger.
Yeah, just ask any astrophysicist.
There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room.
There's a hole behind the poster.
Sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster.
There's some...
And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw.
I think I saw a wiener.
I'm here.
Can't be unseen. But if there's...
Why did you bring
There's a
me
hole behind a
here?
poster. Would that not affect the structural integrity of the room or building?
Hello?
Like, what if it's a load-bearing wall?
Anyone here?
I've already gone through the display settings and tried to get it to what feels right, performance-wise and look-wise. I think she's got a strong jawline. That just means she used to be a man. But with the use of technology, now she's a hot babe. I can fly, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. So wait, this place is called the Federal Bureau of Control, FBC. Sure, makes me think of the SCP. So there's like abilities and stuff in this game as well, which is why it kind of sounded as if it's going to have that Bioshockiness to it. I go outside. Weather looks great. So that's probably a Starbucks. And next door looks like they're just going to build a second Starbucks. It's under construction. People gotta have shit coffee. Supply and demand. There's nobody here, though. So I guess they won't mind if I just walk all over their death. Oh. Oops. That was like that when I got here. Your fault for not having a, receptionist. They have a typewriter at the reception desk? What the hell is this Federal Bureau of Control doing? There should be a computer. Not a typewriter. What? The FBC is watching you fap. Fire extinguisher. Oops. Oh, there's no sign that says to wait here, please. I can't see a sign, can you? It says... Stop. No modern technology past this point. Please check all devices with security. No modern technology. I have reason... Should we go through? It's like I haven't been on a plane since my spinal cord stimulator implant. I can't walk through these with my implant. So I have to be like, I have to like have them pull me to the side or something, and I don't want to fucking deal with that. TSA is not the most fun Hey, it's green. Let me through. F. Oh, I gotta hold it. Prohibited reminders. Press G for collectibles. Hopefully my face being on the bottom right corner will not obstruct view of anything. Assets. So this is where we've got our Unity assets. We're gonna piece them together into a walking simulator and put it on Steam for $5. It's gonna be great. We're gonna pay people to make good reviews. $7.50. Well, $5 would be the sale price. That'll be like the 90% off sale. Alright, Federal Bureau of Control reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issue reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons. So there's authorized weapons I can bring? Pagers. Who the fuck uses pagers? Like, even when pagers were a thing, like, the only two people that used pagers were doctors and drug dealers. Smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices. So stupid gaming devices are fine. So, I guess you can bring a Nintendo or something. Anything smart. I guess we should probably leave then. A number 2 pencil. What? Wait. Number 2 pencils are unauthorized, along with, like, unauthorized weapons and smart device. Any object considered iconic representation of an archetype concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup. Okay, this is weird. This is a strange prohibited item reminder. Well, I'm clear to enter. I just assumed my character was not. Or my character was smart. All materials under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Everybody stop! Lux has a fucking bottle of ketchup and a rubber ducky. I'm reporting you to the FBC. Crap, they must have detected my number 2 pencil. Why would number 2 pencil? It's gotta have something to do with, like, the SCP stuff. I'm gonna keep saying that on accident. Like, I don't mean to be calling it, like, a knockoff or anything. It just has that SCP vibe, so I might use that phrase a lot. No offense intended to the developers. Internal lockdown in effect. Something went wrong in this experimental government facility? I think there's, like, monsters or something in it. You know. Maybe number 2 pencils is one of the SCPs. I don't know. You saying the game's gorgeous with RTX? I believe it. I'm not a fan of RTX. I mean, my car doesn't support it anyways. Like, but real-time ray tracing just doesn't tickle my fancy. F.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
I keep seeing it on the back of my bills. They put it on all my money. Is this a soda dispenser? Oh, it's the tubing, like the banks use and stuff. Put your check or whatever in the thing, and then it sucks it up. When no one's looking, you just put like an empty can of Coke in there or something. Like, I couldn't find the garbage. just suck it up. It all go to the same place, right? It's like peeing in a shower. It's just all tubes. Please don't do that in public. It will get you kicked out. Not speaking from personal experience, but I am well aware. Also, there's a difference between peeing in a pool and peeing into a pool. Keep that one in mind too. That one's free. Expenditure summary. Staffing, surveillance, redacted. Data center initiative, construction, redacted. Office equipment, minor. Major and minor. Office equipment, what is this shit? Moldable. For cost breakdown. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of redacted. Oh man, I went through a phase where I watched a lot of the, I don't know what to call it, what to categorize it, but it's YouTube videos where people basically read a script off of one of the SCP wikis in a very calm, interesting way. Shift to run. This is the head of research, Dr. Casper Darling. Think he got made fun of growing up? Steve, here. Robert, here. Darling. Everybody just starts laughing. He's just like, don't raise your hand, don't raise your hand, don't raise your hand, don't raise your hand. My, that's a fantastic photo. Why? Our bureau at work. I'm guessing they don't work in video. Usually you're supposed to face the camera. Maybe, unless he's so ugly that they're like, okay, let's try this again, but we want you to turn around and face the other way for your photo. I wonder what his driver's license looks like. If the DMV make... Ooh, bathroom. So this game is supposed to have like horror elements, but not like direct horror game per se, just completely unsettling environment. That's why we are in the dock. Bathroom looks alright. I don't see any sign of monsters or boogeymen or anybody hiding behind any of these posters. I don't see any well, I can't really see him. This is the director, Zachariah Trench. Casper the Ghost. He's a darling.
Of control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, on the floor, where the janitor will worry about it. Can I crouch? Can we go this way? No, the blinds are just a little too low. I can't possibly fit under there. It's too low. Too low. It's just too low. Ooh, okay, let's see what we got. Official rules of conduct. Speak in moderate volume. No personal calls, no food or drink around the bureau docks or the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal use. What is it? Or the 3D printer. Or the... something station. Wear access badge at all times. No discussing confidential projects out loud. The one that finished a coffee pot makes a new one. Let's say hi and welcome some new people in the oldest house. Pneumatic tube checkout. Remember to wash your hands. I should be in the bathroom. And I didn't see a sign like that. They have a book club. They have a socks and ballerinas show. Food left in the refrigerator. In containment, break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Of course, everybody knows that as CP. Anything left in the 3B break room will be vanishing. Acoustic guitar for sale. Turns out it's pretty hard. If interested, see Craig. Oh, jeez. That's pretty much most people that buy a guitar, like an electric guitar and an amp. It just kind of sits on its little pedestal. It's like, oh yeah, it turned out I have to actually learn how to play it, and it takes time. I thought I was going to be jamming. Nope. Just nope. Can't find your office? Watch your step. Okay. Pretzels, pistachio. Oh, man. It's all generic brand. Or like military rations brand. They have a shitty coffee maker. I used to have people ask me because of my nails, like, do you play guitar? Like, no. And most people that do use a guitar pick anyways. Is it the best walking simulator ever? Correspondence. Security order. Everything's redacted. A shark and his, although secure. Permission to, following basic protocol, shoot to kill. Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody stole my sandwich from the break room. Orders are to shoot to kill. I repeat, shoot to kill. Also, I need somebody to get me a new ham sandwich. The Bureau. The Bureau. The Bureau. So my understanding is there's no flashlight in this game, which is a bit of a bummer. Classic guitar? No, those are called Grandpa's guitar. Oh, same thing in the end. Hello. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting for them for a number of people. If you need an extension, please request Form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 7, blah, 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 blah. If your R4 requires interdepartment claims, then please contact the appropriate head. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review. Yeah, they're going to be busy. They're doing a caucus. Dude, I just heard a zombie. There's zombies at the Federal Bureau of Control. His life is in your hands. That's a bad idea. Seek shelter. So we're in an emergency state right now. Although the world seemed to be fine right outside the window at the entrance. Either get good or get out.
Hello?
Zombie janitors. Maybe we can walk up to him and jump scare him.
Hey,
There you are. You are here about the job.
No? I mean, yes.
Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Who the fuck authorized you to have an assistant?
elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti. The
Ahti.
janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin Johan on helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
They have a sauna?
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all.
Welcome to the oldest house.
Think
Proceed
about
deeper into the bureau.
No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
No. He would be the least likely candidate because he would be the most suspicious because of plot. Everyone thinks it's always the most suspicious guy, the guy with the long hair and the evil, mean look and stuff. Like, look at him, this guy looks like he eats children for breakfast. And then murders his child's parents. Like, no, that's always the good guy in the end. It's the guy that's walking around with this briefcase. Whoever owns this briefcase right here is the axe murderer. Because they go to the news, you can see them on TV, they're like, I can't believe it, he seems so normal. We thought it was the janitor. No, of course not. Another bathroom. Sorry ladies, I need to do an inspection. I'm the assistant janitor. Come out with your pants down. And preferably with your butt wiped. We like to run a clean ship here. Makes for easier cleaning. Yeah. Well, maybe not even murder the parents. They just kind of like use their head to and place assault. It's like watching your child get eaten in front of you is probably going to produce a little bit of saltiness, right? You can use that salt as seasoning. I hear it's even better than like Himalayan salt. Which wish can I I don't know which way I should go. Oh wait, we're just up here. This is okay, yeah, we were already we came. I forgot they did say use the elevator.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
What's in it for me? I don't just say content for my videos because I don't make content. Zippo lighter. Surely that would count the same as a rubber ducky or a number 2 pencil category, right? That computer. And this is a facility where no smart objects are allowed, so... I got it. It's the Amish running the Federal Bureau of Control. You know, they have that thing against electricity and stuff. I'm sure that applies to other technologies, like smart technologies. You need electricity. Oh wait,
Did I lose you there for a moment?
you do have electricity.
You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan.
You know what's on my mind?
17 years since the men of this bureau took
I
him.
want you to wear a skirt. These pants are not doing it for me. Want to know what else is on my mind? Probably not. Oops. Oh, Ahti's gonna be pissed. I don't even know my own strength. Alright, Manlewa. Hopefully you have good endeavors with your apartment and projects buying. Yeah, any luck, I might still be here when you get back. So we're gonna blame this on Ahti. Oops. Okay, none of this is like sick. You know what this means, right? We gotta knock everything the fuck down now. Fuck your plant, bitch. Oh, this one's secure, but not your ashtray. Since when are you allowed to smoke in government buildings? Directors are... Oh, so I heard that signs matter a lot in this game. On account of like a map system being bad. Unmapped area. Where like if you're trying to go somewhere, you need to like pay attention to signs. Which is gonna be terrible, because even when I drive, I barely pay attention to signs. My GPS... Clearance level 01. Oh, so it's even got like security clearance like the SCPs. Oh no, not alarms. There's something wrong with gravity here on this floor. Let's read that away from the alarm. I can't stand wailing alarms. Collectibles. What is collectibles? Drafting any public-facing material. While pending any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words and phrases to use. In the service of his or her country. Regret. Proud. Pride. Will be remembered. When you do this job and die, please remember that you will be remembered. What was his name? We don't even know what he looks like. We took his photo from the back. Whatever. Phrases to avoid. Alaska. What did they rate you out for? I said Alaska. Scissors, blood / bleed, loss, and apologies / sorry. We're not sorry. We're proud. You will be remembered. Is there another thing in here? Oh, maybe not. No. Wow, what the fuck is wrong with this tree? What the fuck were they feeding this thing? This thing must have been living on like Hot Pockets or McDonald's or something. Yes, the great nation of Alaska. Please don't report me. So I'm gonna assume something huge, like cover-up wise, must be related to Alaska. As far as like whatever's going on in the game's context. Is there anything? Nothing. More tubage. So, since they don't use smart technology, they went with the whole... You know, they say the internet is just a series of tubes. Like, this is how they deliver their packets. I wonder how much packet loss they get. Probably more than I do. Take that, Cox Internet Business Class. Fucking jerks. Barbara, I am not to be disputed. Cancel all my appointments for the day for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. That was the director, right? Investigate the noise in the director's office. Is it our job to just waltz into the FBC, go through their fucking metal detectors, setting it off, and now we're investigating noise? What are we actually doing here? First aiders. First aiders. Is that like that thing they make you agree to if you get the emergency aisle in the seat in the plane? You just gotta be like, oh yeah, I'll help people. I'll be the first one off the fucking plane.
Shit.
Shit. Fuck. Shit.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Murder weapon? Somebody's been vaping in here. So we have a map. Or at least something that resembles a map. So I turned off multi-sample aliasing, which is the only anti-aliasing algorithm they offered in the options, but it seems like it still has temporal anti-aliasing. And I believe the only time the MSAA kicks in is in between frame movements. So it's like it's still anti-alias for me, but it looks a little off with motion. Not that it looked all that good with it, but the performance hit was surprisingly significant. Oh. How do I crouch? I can't teabag in this game. I'm gonna fucking write a mean review.
Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
Yeah, they're gonna blame this on us now. Oh, fuck it, we'll take it. Oh yeah, props to this game.
And there goes the poster.
Oh, we're about to get the good ending.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one.
Is it OP?
Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Is that live action? Like, do they hire actors for this too? Yeah, I'm the one.
Place.
Oh, the server room.
Where am I?
Oh, I call this room. Wait, this isn't a server room. Never mind. Follow the board's instructions to complete the Astral Plane Challenge. What board instructions? No one gave me instructions. I've played Max Payne, and I've played Alan Wake, but it's been a really long time and I remember nothing. In fact, all I remember of Max Payne was box heads, and all I remember from Alan Wake was flashlight combat, and then something about being a writer. I might have to replay that game someday. And I remember now something else from Max Payne that I hated. Being in the dark with the blood trail with the baby screaming the whole fucking time, and you had to... Oh god, that was just... We'll definitely never play that again. We never played on stream. So I wanted to give props. This game also... So this is the third game in a row I'm playing now, where subtitle background is a toggleable option. So you can turn it on so the text has a background behind it. like you would see in closed captioning on TV and stuff. Like, I don't know if this trend is taking on now or what, but it is a good one. Makes text readable, which is great, especially when you're either hearing impaired or I can jump. Well, Mom always asked if all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you? The answer's obvious. I'm the first one off. They would be following me. What they don't know is I filled their parachutes up with, like, silverware. And all I'm using is like a Mary Poppins umbrella, which will just tear apart because it can't handle human weight. I watched a Let's Play of Quantum Break, I think it was called. That was, I believe, a console exclusive, so how do you... Monsters. Or... No, that's a monster. It's not a mannequin. We should say hi. Hi, I'm the janitor's... Whoa! Beat immediately. A jerkhead. Damn. Just how much air pressure are we... See, this is offensive, because this entitles women to be, like, superpower objects. Like, this is going to produce an unrealistic standard of women, and I think the feminists should start a movement. Because now men are going to be like, can you do your fist palm thing like a sumo wrestler and, like, destroy the ground? And they have boobs.
The same gun.
I have feminists on speed dial. I'm gonna let them know. I think they're gonna have a field day with this one. Maybe they can get them to have her rip her shirt a little bit too.
Okay.
Are feminists cool with that?
Now I have a gun.
They might not be. I would be. Now we've got a gun. Left to fire the service weapon. Boom. Oh, that's got a lot of HP. I sure hope they all do that. Oh. Ammo auto reloads? Maybe it's just distinct. Boom. Boom. Do headshots matter? I don't. Service weapon regenerates ammunition automatically when not in use. Sweet. So, like, one thing I do know is health does not regenerate. Like, when you kill enemies or damage them, I guess it produces blue orbs and that's how you heal. Don't know how I feel about that. But, whatever. We'll see what happens. It's far too rude. No, shoot him in the weak point. That's the crotch. There. Okay, there's more one. Kamehameha. Shoot him in the wiener. A jerkin. A jerkin. Wait, you can crouch now, but there's no corpses to teabag. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No one told me the enemies can fight back. I thought this was going to be shooting fish in a barrel. Oh, pressing R. Enemies drop health when damaged. Collect health elements to restore health. So pressing R changes which shoulder I'm on. We'll probably be seeing me doing that a lot, as muscle memory is to press R to reload. Just like in real life, you fire one bullet and you have to like reload your gun. Found a new way to troll people.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director.
Can I be the director?
Keep the Bureau safe.
You can be the janitor.
Did you hear
Assistant.
that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what?
It's alive.
I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
He's just gonna give me infinite ammo. I'm just gonna shoot corpses in the crotch. Just gotta make sure he's not gonna come back as a zombie. Oops. Take that, dead guy. I knocked over your coat. How does this make you feel? Huh? Huh? They're gonna think we did this. Maybe they're all dead. Except the janitor. Janitor's like the only one that's not aware of what's going on. And thus he's unaffected. Let's see what we can make of this map. Oh, it's got something marked, and it's got question marks. And I heard there's like hidden areas that you can't access, and
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you.
Ray remix that into a song.
Horror.
Horror.
Get the fuck away!
Whoa. Okay, okay. So everything you kill just disappears. Must have been a performance optimization thing. That's usually the case. Do I have clearance? Damn. Surely that guy would have had a key card or something. This is pretty cool so far. Been a long time since I played a shooter. At least it feels like it. Might be a little bit rusty. Executive Affairs, toggle them out. Oh yeah. Alright, so I think I know.
The hotline. Secure line of communication.
This line is secure.
Guidance.
Speak your mind.
Reach the hotline.
You've reached the sexy hotline.
The hotline.
For chicks with dicks, press 1.
Okay.
Where'd the guy that was over here go? Hey, no. assets. Collectibles. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. A photograph. No unique procedures required. This is the service weapon. When bound, object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must be bound by individuals seeking the role of something. The object will determine whether rejected, blah, 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 blah. Process dictated by something. Object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. Pop your hypothesis blank. The flat Earth movement. Many forms throughout history. Blank. Blah, 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 blah. Rising cost of AWE. Response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. A top priority. Objects of power.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one.
That's a cube.
Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, head of research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Thanks, darling. Nice cube. It'll make a perfect paperweight for my director's desk. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I should probably learn to take cover or something. Every time something wanders over down this hallway, it, like, disappears. Where is it? Where'd he coming from? I'm confused and dying, mostly dying. Sensitivity's all fucked. I'm assuming these are bad guys too, so maybe they're coming from the ceiling. I tried to calibrate my mouse sensitivity in game the best I could based on my script, but I think there's still a mouse smoothing algorithm or something that's not in the options, which affects my muscle memory. See, I've got excuses for everything. Max occupant 6 persons. They built a whole shelter that can only fit 6 people. But they clearly have desks for way more than 6 people. I hear chanting. Anything scary in the bathroom? No. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna like this health system. Essentially, if you take more damage than you gain back over time, you will progressively get fucked and be taken for reuse. What is it? Then displacement. Release articles. Massa. Leak. That's us. That's us. Do we work here? I wasn't paying enough attention.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
So the building itself is an SCP. Is that what they're saying? Aha. But yeah, so I've also read that this game has a little bit of the Metroidvania type of thing. So certain areas are inaccessible until later when you gain abilities like levitate. And such. It's coming right at me, dude. We said no smart TVs or smart computers. I'm in charge now. Take that, tubes. Dude, Adi's gonna hate us. Like, all these desks are only... Like, all they have is typewriters. That's actually kind of... soothing. Building shifts up, so we saw those. Dinner reservations. She's turning 46. Fantastic, I guess. I don't know. Roger. Tight. Smash. Can't be asked to walk around a desk, man. Come on. I'm too powerful. Is this where we're going? No, it's not. I'm gonna try. Oh. Sorry, it's maximum occupancy of 6 people, which means any bodies I see are competition, they're rivals. And I will deal with them accordingly. Investigation. What do we got? For Marshall's eyes only, so you guys close your eyes. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth, also plug your ears. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds, so we need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real thing. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyways, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier. So, guessing AWE equals SCP. Oh, it's a treasure chest. Health boost, what? I haven't looked at this. Okay, so this is our weapon. There's a weapon mod system and a personal mod system. So it's like equipment then, I hope? Hey, I'm not going to say no to more health. How about health regen? That would be a good one. Oh my god, so you have 6 people that would be in this shelter. This is where you gotta poop. And it's like right next to the sink. I believe. And there's only 3 beds. Only 3 people are allowed to sleep at a time. Maybe they have to do it in shifts. Central Executive in your face. Wait, this one's got a skirt. I can't see. I need a flashlight. Oh, she's gonna die anyways. Who cares?
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Who is she talking to?
That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Okay. Well, yeah. Correspondence. Visitor evaluation. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and our people, and we strive for transparency and excellency in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How did you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answer seems blank, escort them to a private room. There, perform the Guanar psychological assessment. If their responses are within an acceptable range of deviance, see the provided score sheet, then blank immediately. I'm guessing terminate or imprison. There's no such thing as too suspicious. They run a tight ship here at the FBC. Late shifts or delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Oh dear. Urban legends. This should be good. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetype. We recognize certain redacted information by our own redacted and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using redacted or bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exasperates the details. Certain certain paranatural phenomenon contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on redacted, a pair of scissors that consume human redacted, through 2 punctures on the redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they're paranatural realities waiting to happen. And they're all located inside this building. This thing could be paranormal. Better, there, I fixed it. It's not paranormal anymore. Ooh. Maybe we can get it better. Nope. It's playing like Taki Tiki music. Whoa. Oh, those things do come as enemies. So it's good that I'm killing those awful people. This doesn't... Fuck you too. Hello? Who shot that? Big shot at the wall is shooting me. What the fuck? No. I swear to fuck bullets were coming out of this wall. Trying to press F. G for weapon mod. What is this? Damage boost. Hell yeah. Unlocked by upgrading. I don't know how to upgrade. I feel on the verge of death. What's wrong with this room? Wait, this is where we were earlier. This is where we're going, right? Yeah. I don't like that I have to press V to melee. I'm not sure what I would change it to. Got a boss. Oh shit. I'm dead. They killed my military guy. Grenaded me. There's fall damage too, apparently. Oh, we were started me all the way back here. Before we even went in the shelter. Does that mean I have to pick up all those fucking notes again? No idea. Well, let's see if we... Is it G? Okay, no. It retained my mods, so that's good. Excellent. Now I'm usually using my F key. I don't know if I'm supposed to kill these things, but it might be if I don't. They turn into monsters. Maybe.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. Hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
I have to press V to...
That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
See if I can change that to, controls. V. E to launch. Further fine-tune it if needed. Now, E to interact. Too bad I broke the thing I can interact with. Boom. Boom. Alright, so this time... material. Is that one of these things? It's this time let's not die to this boss-like thing. Fuck, he hurts.
Must cleanse control points.
I'm gonna have a hard time, I think, with these firefights.
Corrupt. It's ready.
This red is really hurting my eyes.
Where's the control point? What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Yeah, please make it not red. Oh, that's so much better. I remember trying to read this visual novel years ago. All the text was in red. And it just fucked my brain up.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Yeah, I did it. What did I do?
Can you hear me?
Oh, this will restore.
Are you with us?
Is the Pope?
With the Bureau?
Is the Pope
Are
talking
you
to?
still sane?
No. Why would I be sane? Oh, I can't melee.
Please, talk to me.
I don't know where you are.
We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
Yeah, I pointed my gun and shot at him and took less damage than he did. Fast travel.
Is it safe to come out?
Oh, you can fast travel. I can change outfits. Wow, that's... These are terrible. I mean, her hair's longer in this one, so of course we're going to stay with this one. Okay, so I'm assuming this is like a save point hub or the bonfire, so I can travel between them. Oh no, metal detectors. Alright, where's this Pope talking to us from? No idea. Speak with the voices on the safe room intercom. Okay, the intercom. Where's the intercom? Is that part of my... Is this an intercom? Better consult the service manual. I don't think that's in English. Maybe this intercom's labeled. Nope. Oh, it's another shelter. Intercom to the shelter.
Can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope. Emily Pope. Dr. Darling's assistant.
My
That's
turn.
not the name of somebody that's sane.
Should
Come
I
on.
lie?
Yeah,
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I'm Nikola
I should
Tesla.
have lied.
I invented the Tesla coil.
You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Oh, she's got a bomb strapped to her
Director.
chest.
Faden. Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse.
Call you Pope.
I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you.
Yeah, I'm awesome.
You are the director, and that makes you special by definition.
I'm the director.
Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
So game over, I win.
Trench is dead.
I'm the director.
Shot.
Not by me.
I I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control
Oh no, we left a
point,
corpse. Get it.
push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that?
Yeah, I did.
And
I'm
you
awesome.
entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss.
Isn't that Audie's job? He's the
Because
janitor.
If that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long.
There's a
I
lot
can't trust her
going
yet.
on.
Or rather, the bureau she's a part of.
Yes,
No,
I can try.
that's Audie's job. And I'm the
speaking
director.
for you, of course. We can try it together.
So she's got multiple personalities or something
Okay.
along those lines?
You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Hey, there's some sparkly shit going on over there. Push the hiss out? Fuck that, I'm going in the shelter. Later, bitches. Ha 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 ha. You deal with it. I'm gonna take a nap. No, I can't. All I could do is pick up something. Examination of paranatural topics. Control points. Control points are located Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the blank arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. So it's the second time now we're seeing mention that the building shifts. I'm hoping that doesn't mean layers of fear and Blair Witch of turn around and you got a new hallway bullshit mechanic, but rather something more interesting. These control points are discovered by detection of a non-obstructed ping using the blow within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house, and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be That's my pronunciation of redacted. It's just Oh, they only get one standard issue pillow. Except for me, because I'm in here alone now. I can take all 3 pillows and, it's like sitting up, except you're laying down. You're gonna fuck your neck up, but who gives a shit? It's gonna be comfortable. Is this memory foam even? They don't look like memory foam. The Cursus only sleeps on memory foam. It's great for everything but having sex. Hey, yeah, I want that door closed. I can't shoot in here. So this must be like a safe room or something as well? Yeah, mind rape her. Mind fuck. Fixed it. The blade acted. I like that. Speak
It
with
didn't
the
work.
Pope.
The hiss has burrowed too deep.
The,
Ripping it out rips them apart.
the hiss. The way she says the hiss, it makes me think of something else, and I can't put my finger on it. I'm almost thinking like Mass Effect or something. It was like the... something, I don't even remember. The hiss agent. So this is the corpses that we see floating. The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. Most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. So they should be pretty easy to spot. If they're not obeying the laws of gravity, they're obviously a hiss agent, and we're going to have to shoot them in the crotch. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. It's not a Wi-Fi booster. It's repeaters or... never mind. Or they're cocoons preparing to enter the next stage of evolution. When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to the file for full report. I believe that file's been redacted. So this was the little boss guy we fought. As a guard. Bureau has many internal security personnel. His was quick to take advantage of this fact. His guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception of certain. His guards are protected by a shield of dense his resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Well, that's not good for us. They can do the Neo of the Matrix thing. Is this shielding a result of prolonged hiss corruption? Does the hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the hiss have the level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it's obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Fuck those guys. They do a lot of damage and they take...
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Oh, fuck's sake, what do you want? I'm busy exploring. There's an elevator that way. And then... Alright, fine. What the hell do you want? Where's over here? Marco. It's monster. Where's that? Is there any other options? Kind of like, do I need to do upgrades here? No, I guess not. Unlocked by upgrading. Don't know how to upgrading.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw.
I can kill them.
It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
Pay me.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago.
Maybe she's a test subject.
The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
And now we're the director.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us.
Hadron?
A few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline.
Yeah, the sex hotline.
Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone, a direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
He's a scientist. Why would he want to
Where is
destroy
the
them?
hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay.
Clearly, he would want it not
That's my
dead
next
so
step.
that he can study it.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
Hearing the word Hadron.
They call me the director. But that's not me.
Yes, it is. It's us.
I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader.
We are now. First order of business, shoot
Why
people.
am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other
Nah,
reasons
fuck your
too.
brother. No one cares about him.
I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough.
Brother's the final boss. Calling it.
No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world.
You are. You're the director.
What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Yeah, probably not a good time to come into office. You have to clean up other people's messes that came before you. When in doubt, you got the gun, you can shoot yourself and let someone else worry about it. Let someone else be the director. Just a quick... There's our Bakelite telephone. Made by Fisher Price.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
You think there's...
The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
You think there's no
Thanks,
stupid
Emily.
questions? I've got a few doozies for you. And let's see if you continue thinking that.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Well, I guess we're gonna learn a few things. Tell me. Tell me.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No.
No, just
It's
inside.
like 3 Starbucks.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well.
Hell.
I don't even know where to start looking.
Try the bathroom.
But in the context,
That's
it's
where I'm gonna
good
start.
news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Oh, okay, so they're both idiots. We should abuse the hiss to take out the world, rebuild it into some kind of mechanical technocracy or something. You know, something cool. Without her brother.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed.
Shouldn't you build it somewhere
We need strong walls to make sure nothing gets
not
out.
in the middle
So
of the
without you,
fucking
I
city?
never would have found the front door.
Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost?
Yes.
Haunting me?
Yes.
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe.
No.
See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, Maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data.
Yeah, that sounds sciencey.
That's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you
She
better
used
hold
the
on to
correct
that,
term,
given the
too.
circumstances.
I think I will.
She said it's a hypothesis instead of
Yeah.
I have a theory. Some people say, like, I have a theory or theory is blah blah blah. Like, no, that's not a theory. That's a hypothesis. You're hypothesizing. I don't believe any of that bullshit she just said, since that's not science, but well played.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all...
Is it OP?
Well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
No.
Did she memorize this?
Got it.
Voodoo magic.
Thanks.
Got it. It works through the power of faith and belief. God did it.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Wait, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Sounds like my kind of scientist.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Sometimes, in the name of science,
Just let me know.
you have to break moral and ethics and just use your coworkers as guinea pigs without their authorization, consent, or knowledge, for that matter. It's kind of like a double-blind study, except it's not double-blind. Be like single-blind. Shatter recoil efficiency. Oh, we got something. What does this do? Oh, recoil. I don't need recoil. Health recovery. Health recovery on elemental pickup. Oh, that sounds good. I want that. So we'll heal more instead of having more health. That might be good. Multiple missions. This must be the main mission. Oh wait, this is completed, my bad. Disregard that, I'm an idiot. Why is it giving me portraits of people I could care less about? Why would you do that? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Hey, can I get one of those resonant bomb strap things? What the hell is wrong with you? He looks a little out of it. No new options. Alright, let's see what we got. We need to go north. Ish. I can do that. What was it called? The communication department. Question is, do we explore stuff along the way? Might be more stuff. Loot, who knows? I don't know, let's find out. Hey, oh, I can't smash stuff. How am I supposed to break all these desks if I can't use my attacks? So it's interesting though that ammo is infinite essentially, but health is not.